All right, welcome back to Council of the North After Dark. We got a little bonus content, boys. We're coming at you. Ardacon's coming up this weekend, and we figured why not take a look at some lists. We'll talk about them and kind of give our takes about whatever it is. Andrew's running this episode actually, so I haven't seen the list. Zach hasn't seen the list. Andrew has picked them, so we'll see if he picked fun ones, competitive ones. We don't know what's coming. But before we do that, this isn't a regular episode, so we don't need to get anything major, but I will say we are having a live stream this Sunday, August what, Andrew?
August, sure.
August 9th, 8 p.m. Eastern time. Sorry to all our UK people that can't watch. Maddie Lockwood complains about it a lot. But we will have a live stream then. We have, what do we have? That's it. We have a live stream on Sunday.
That's all we got coming up. We got lots of content coming out.
Check out our Patreon this Friday, which is tomorrow when we post this. I'll be posting a poll for army lists that I could play at our season finale. Everyone gets to vote about what I have to play, what I have to paint, how I paint it, display board I have to make, what the actual list is, what's in the list when I do play it. So if you want to vote, go over to our Patreon for that on Friday.
Creative ideas up there already.
Yeah, there's some that I might be. I don't know. There's some wild ones.
Sharky
but otherwise, dude, 67 models or something like that by October. I don't know. We'll see.
Hey, you can handcuff some hobbits,
dude. I don't know. There's some lists that I want to play, but we'll see. We'll see what the people vote. Otherwise, before we start, I just wanted to do. We've all been to Ardacon a while ago. Andrew, you've been twice. We talk about it a bunch in this podcast. Are there any memories that kind of we haven't talked about that kind of spring to mind that you could tell before we talk about Ardacon this year?
So, gaps. I did. It comes into play with a lot of rumors that are going to be going on coming up to this one. When we went, it was like one of the first times you could get access to the new plastic Dal Amroth foot models, the Knights. And up until then, it was like ever since I got into this game, I loved the Dal Amroth models. The Swan Knights were awesome. The Fiefdoms, the mix. I was like, these are awesome. I'd love to play this army. It just looked so cool to me. But financially, it was like, this is never going to happen. Just buying 3 packs of blisters over and over and over again. It's like, this is just, I'm never going to have this army. And they were like, you could get them when we were there. It was like, okay, I'm going to do this. I'm going to go down this road. It's going to be awesome. So that was really cool to see, especially with all the rumors going out there right now of potentially new plastic orc models, which would be pretty sweet. Maybe there's going to be something else teased. We don't know. There's a lot of speculation that something is going to be teased at Ardacon, which is always really cool to see. Like, big event. We have no idea what's next down the pipeline of releases. So it'd be really cool at probably one of, if not the biggest Middle Earth tournament in the world, getting a huge teaser. Really cool to see what comes out of it.
Yeah, it should be exciting. I think it's orcs. Just because they took down the battle host box.
And there's no reason to take down the battle host box otherwise. It was just a really good box. And
the Witch King's still available. Those orcs are, the orcs. And some War Griders. Maybe there's new War Griders too?
Let's not get greedy.
I need some War Griders. So I don't need orcs, but I'll still buy the orcs. I'm sure they're going to be sweet.
Yeah. Man, those Rohan models they released, they are so nice. Like, it's just, if anything, any updated models I'm looking forward to. Like, I'd also love some updated Minas Tirith at some point.
I think they still hold up okay.
Yeah, but the Rohan models really held up okay too. All the old models, like, we're fanboys here. We wear our bias on our sleeves for sure. But my opinion, and I believe your guys' opinion, a lot of the old models look great. They hold up.
Yeah.
And then you got those new models, and it was like, man, these are nice. These are
Yeah.
good
These are
updates.
actually a lot better.
It was like, they're good. And now they're just better. So
Yeah.
any update would be sweet. But Orc seems to be the main
Seems
belief.
like it. Seems like it. We don't know, but just some evidence points to it. That's all we can say. Imagine if there's a new Sauron that comes out too. Wouldn't that be sweet?
No. I don't actually like Sauron in the game, to be honest.
Me neither, but I would like to paint a new one.
Just the model, though. Like, that's the big thing. It's like, is it... Do you like it? The model itself in the game? Who cares? Is it going to look cool? That's what I want.
Well, that was a great favorite memory, Zach, talking about upcoming releases. My favorite memory from Ardacon, Will said I can't talk about my actual favorite memory. And to be fair, I've mentioned a few times. I'm sure everyone knows by now. That's a tough one. Honestly, just like going into the bar at the Mercure and just like hanging out with people and having way too many beers way too late at night. And going to bed and being like, oh, I got to play games in 5 hours. See if how much sleep we can get. And like meeting people from all around the world, and everyone's like there to have a good time. So everyone's nice and wants to meet you. And especially back then, like I know for me, I was much, much more introverted and way more shy. And obviously this is pre any thought of having a podcast. Now at least some people recognize me, but I was just some kid, some punk kid, and everyone was super welcoming. David Clubley comes to mind. I met him for the first time there, and he was just automatically super nice and my friend because he knew you guys. So shout out David for making me feel welcome. And yeah, that's my favorite memory. Go to Ardacon and have the best time you can. Everyone's there to have a good time.
I got another favorite memory. That's an actual really good memory.
All right.
The one night where we were at the bar for very late, and then it was like, oh man, we're hungry. We got to go find food somewhere. And we left, and we were walking around all over Manchester, and nothing was open. And then we found this like Chinese restaurant in a basement, and we got in right before they closed.
They were
like, just order. Like,
Yeah.
no waiting, just order. And it was such good Chinese.
It was good. Well, it was good, but we were under the influence. We were pretty hammered. So anything was going to be the best.
It was good out of necessity.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a fun one. That was a fun night. I don't think we can talk about the rest of it, but that was a fun night.
Yeah. The quick overview of the rest of the story. Andrew was the all-star goalie and captain of the Team Canada hockey team and scored the game-winning goal somehow. That was a story that came out. And people believed it.
Yeah, people. Anyway, let's the rest of that really can't be said. Let's move on. Also, I can't skate, which is hilarious. So it made the story all the more ridiculous. Are we ready to talk about... Hey, Will, what's your favorite memory?
Dude, actually, small brag here. I took this. I've been going through my hobby stuff. I cleaned out my whole hobby space. I have my new hobby desk. My first time having a permanent desk in years. And I went through and I found some like old stuff in there. And I found this little gem. This is my Hobbit era Evil runner-up. So I was the second best placing Hobbit Evil list the year that we went. And so I found that, and that was a pretty sweet one. Got to go up on stage, shake James Clark's hand. It was a highlight. But yeah, I remember actually like in the bar, in the hotel, like learning that this was the first time I played like King of Tokyo with a bunch of just like random people I'd never met, you know what I mean? So it's like, yeah, so cool. And like I see stuff posted from like what's going on there now. Like, I'm gonna mess up the name, but there's an Instagram, something like Arda Builds or something like that. But the guy who made the whole Mines of Moria.
Yeah,
dude,
that's so cool.
Insane.
It puts mine to shame, that's for sure.
Yeah. That would be a cool guy to have on the podcast. Talk about terrain building. That would be really cool.
That would be cool. Yeah, Ardacon is sweet. James Clark does an amazing job. Go to Ardacon. Can't recommend it enough.
Yeah. Big
Do
fan
you
of
want to talk
James
about?
Clark.
Thanks, James Clark, the man, the myth, the legend. Do we want to talk about some lists, some Ardacon
Yeah.
lists?
That's what we're here for. And
Oh,
we're 10
yeah.
minutes into this.
We're doing this very specific, straightforward episode with no detours, and
We've rambled for 10 minutes.
We're still rambling.
It can't
It's
be
kind
helped.
of on topic, but definitely not. Anyways,
Yeah.
go on, Andrew. What do we got today?
So I picked up, I went through all the lists. I remembered Adam Bird was on and told us that the lists are going to be out. So I was like, oh, let me take a peek. And I was looking through them. And so I picked out the first 3 or 4 are ones that are interesting, maybe a bit funny. I'm not sure how competitive they are. Maybe they're going to do well. And then the rest of them are lists that are competitive, but are something interesting about them. Obviously, I didn't pick the straight up competitive list because we all don't need to look at those. We all know what's going on. But let's look at this first list here.
Men of the West.
I will say, just to preface this, I didn't pick any Men of the West, but out of all the Men of the West lists I looked at, none of them had Gwal here. They were all Mounted Elisar and Gandalf on Shadowfax, which is cool to see.
That's got to be a knee-jerk reaction. That's just people overreacting to the points increase, I think.
Yeah, I think Gwal is still fine at 200, but I guess we'll never know. Anyway, let's look at this first list, shall we? This is from, these should all be in order. So if I got your name and team wrong, I'm sorry. These should all be in order, though. Leave a comment below if it was wrong. We'll properly credit you. This is from a list from Jack Stanley, and he's on the team. Some of these team names are good. I wrote them all down. The Baldwin and the Brave. That's a good one. I like that.
That's a good one.
Here's the list. So this is Barad-dûr. 698 points, 7 models. Okay, you got Sauron. You got a troll drummer. You got 1 warg rider with throwing spear, and then a catapult with severed heads. This would be my most favorite list to play against, just because it just would be a fun game. Like someone brings this to Ardacon, you're like, let's pause the game and let's get a beer first, and then let's play it out. Because how much fun does this look like?
It's a fun
crazy list
until you lose to it.
Yeah, until you lose to it, then it's like. But this obviously auto loses some scenarios, and it auto wins other ones, and probably struggles on most of them.
I love the idea of catapult with severed heads. I think it's such a cool way to play a siege engine in this game, forcing courage checks and people running away and stuff like that. I'm not brave. I don't think I'm brave enough to bring it myself for 170 points, but it's really cool. I think it's a really cool thing to see.
Maybe in a Gothmog's Legion, not in a Barad-dûr with Sauron and a Mordor troll and 1 warg rider that's going to just get murdered immediately.
The 1 warg rider is hilarious.
It's for objectives. And he threw on the throwing spear too, just to make it as many points as possible, because he's still 2 points short.
I have so much respect for this guy bringing this list. This is so
Jack
funny.
Jack Stanley, you're the man.
You get to buy yourself a beer for this one.
This is a beer list.
Dude, I think this is a list. He's buying beers every round this weekend.
Yeah, he's got to be.
This is probably a guy that you just would love to hang out with on a Saturday night and throw some dice.
Yeah.
You can totally judge people by the type of list they're bringing, and you're like, you know who this guy is.
Yeah, we already know you. It's like when chefs say the dish speaks of the chef's personality to them, but for us it's Middle Earth lists tell a lot about your personality. That's enough about this. This is a fun list, so I wanted to point this one out very first. Jack Stanley, that was. This next list is Javier Moreno Santana Guanches. No, that's the team name. Guanches de la Tierra Media. Man, my Spanish is rough, but this guy's Spanish.
You're saying it.
And he's playing Garrison. I know why. Do you guys know why I picked this one?
Because it's got Frodo, Sam, and Speed.
Oh.
Yeah. Isn't that cool?
Hell yeah.
Awful decision, but respect.
No, I love this. This is great.
It's not.
You still get 39 models?
Yeah. But like, yeah.
I mean, I
You
guess
could
if you
have
don't have them,
You could have so many more. With no
That's
big
fine.
hero. You don't have a big hero. I mean, Faramir's fights 6, but he's like what? He's 3 attacks with 2 wounds, 1 fate or 2 fate.
Something like
He's mid-size. He's like a Haleth, something like that. He's a mid-size hero. You don't have a big
Yeah.
hero, and you don't have numbers.
20 bows,
And, like-
though, you're going to get lots of shots off. This would probably shred the Baradur list.
Unless
Just
it lands
run
a
up-
sweet severed heads and everyone runs away.
Yeah, a bunch of courage 8 checks with
Oh,
Sauron
yeah,
Tarpager.
never mind. I take that back. This could go either way.
Yeah. Yeah, I just thought it was interesting. We don't have to talk about this very much. He's got the Ado Skilly Vetzer. That's cool.
Love those
and then
models.
He's got, really cool models. And then he's got Frodo, Sam, and Smeagol, which is...
It does.
cool.
It feels like a theme list, right? It feels good.
Yeah.
So good job, Javier. We like that. You can buy yourself a beer.
He
Next up...
brought all 3. It's just not like he brought Frodo and then Sam. It's like threw in Smeagol. That's a lot of fun. I like this.
Well, the thing is, they get more valuable the further down you go. Like, Frodo is, like, rough to pay 80 points for. And then, but Sam, you can do heroic combat shenanigans. It's like, okay, 45 is almost. And then 30 points for Smeagol's actually, like, you would seriously consider bringing that.
Good value. It's
Fight
really
4,
good
strength
value.
4, 2 attacks. Like, you'd consider it. Plus, he's got all the other special rules. Anyway, that's enough of that. Let's move on. Let's talk about Randy Bailey, I believe, and he's on Team France 1. Classic.
Less creative
French, not having good names. Have a team name, guys. Come on. Let's take a look at this. And he's brought Battle of Bywater, this mad lad, 84 models. 84 models at 700 points. Absolute mad Frenchman. He's got Meriadoc. He's got Peregrine. He's got Frodo. He's got Samwise the Brave. He's got Hamfast, Lobelia, and Farmer Maggot. And a bunch of militia.
That's wild.
He didn't take any... This is interesting. He's got the Hobbit Archers in with Mary, so he's not getting the Batten and Brandy bucks, and he didn't take any Tookish Hunters with Pippin.
Yeah, that's interesting, huh?
I would have thought... Yeah, that's like the big thing I'm noting here.
I think it'd drop his model count too much.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Really?
No.
Well, I guess you want like just mass numbers because
you need the benefit
that much better. I always whenever I mess with this list, I'm like Mary's 15 Battle and Brandy bucks, and Pippin. I always do the 15 Tookish Hunters.
Yeah, and I don't know why he didn't, but
that's interesting. I am curious about that. If you're out there listening, I'd love to hear your answer of why you chose to go this way, because this is a list that feels like it's very thought out. So it's just why, out of curiosity.
Or he just threw hobbits and warband and called it a day.
Like, I just got hobbits. Let's just do it. 26 bows is a lot of shots.
It's at 18 inches, but yeah, it is still a lot of shots. And 9 might, 84 models. Yeah. I would be interested to see what lists can break this. 43 killed. That is a tall order.
It's a lot of chunking through. This is going to be exhausting by the end of the weekend.
Yeah. I wouldn't want to. Not for how many games is Ardacon? 6, or is it more than that?
7. I think it's a full games. 7 round one.
That's a lot.
It's a lot of models to push around.
And a lot of rules.
Maybe that's why he didn't do all the fancy upgrades. Just one less thing he has to remember.
Yeah. Anyway,
I love Farmer Maggot. Great pick.
Yeah. You gotta bring Farmer Maggot.
You always gotta bring Farmer Maggot.
Let's move on to the next list. This is from Tim Kershaw, and he's on the team Wolves and Wanderers. Now get a load of this list, okay? Shadows of Angmar with
Dude, I saw this
Shadow
one.
of... You saw this one?
Yeah.
Shadow of Rudar is the leader with 9 werewolves and a specter, and then 2 of the same warbands, Bear White, 5 werewolves and a specter. 2 might...
The only thing I have to say about this is that, like, this is a GW event, so there's no legacy, and you're using GW bottles. So this is like buying 19 werewolves
Yeah.
for like, that's like, what was it, $90 Canadian
Yeah.
for 2? That's an investment, man.
I kind of love this.
I hope he has some kind of a display board or something for it, because I guess not at Ardacon. This probably isn't real, but that'd be a sick army to just throw down. It'll look cool. Look really, really cool.
Like,
yeah.
25 models, but with all these werewolves, it doesn't feel like the lower model count is going to feel that bad. And having the Bear White and Shadow like sort of like hammer down on the enemy heroes and that give the werewolves actual shots at killing bigger stuff. And then just munch troops.
No, any big hero just carves his way through this.
No, Bear Whites.
You can avoid Bear Whites. I don't think it's that bad.
Kind of like this.
Bear.
I'd be interested to see how it does.
It's really cool. It's a really cool list. I think it's really
respect for, even though it's Bear Whites, respect for playing this without taking Gullivar. Okay, that was all the wacky list. There's a few wacky ones, but they're mostly normal from here on out. But these were the wacky ones.
Also, how many people are at Ardacon? Like, how many lists in general? Like, we're definitely going to be missing some cool ones.
Yeah, I didn't look through every single list.
So many things. It's like so many people, so many lists. I bet there's all sorts of crazy stuff.
Yeah, I went through a lot, but if I saw like Men of the West, I largely skipped it. Or, yeah, I don't know. Anyway, I was just picking on lists that were a bit more rare to see and that weren't total garbage. Let's move on to the next list. We have Jonathan Mack, and he's playing Lothlorien. 34 models, 8 bows. He's got Galadriel with the mirror, which is cool. Sentinel, some troops, and then Celeborn, some troops with a banner and 2 guard. And he's just got the captain. Just bring the captain. No Orphan or Haldir or anybody, or Rumil. And just some more warriors. One of them with throwing weapons. What do we think of that?
I like a captain, to be honest. He brings March to the list, in a list that doesn't really have much speed. I believe Lothlorien captain is the Wood Elf version, correct?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah,
and so it brings a bow as well with might behind it. And it's elven cloaked, so if you ever needed to like hide an objective with a hero or with his little warband of elven cloak boys, I think it's a nice sprinkle in. It's definitely a little more themey taking that route, I think. But yeah, I don't know. I think it's a solid list. Guard of the Galadriel Court are still great.
Yeah.
It's a lot of pajama elves. Like I think it's Celeborn's warband is the only one with armored elves, so it's how I like to see it personally. But
yeah,
double caster is really good.
Yeah, double caster, even if it is limited, it is double caster. Yeah, I kind of like this army. I'd like to build this eventually. I think if I was to play elves, it'd be this. Unless we get new Last Alliance, then it'd probably be that. But maybe I do the made to order and get some Palace or Galadriel Court or whatever.
Yeah, I like the old poses better than the new ones, to be honest.
Yeah,
and
we could also we could tease
such a good model.
Yeah, we should also shout out Jonathan Mack because he's coming on our podcast in a little bit here. So thanks for coming on, John.
Thanks, Jonathan. We appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, we're big fans. Right. I bet this army's going to look really good painted.
Yeah.
Yes, his stuff is insane.
Really good. The next list, this is from Coleman Steele's team is Deva Victrix, and he brought none other than Army of Edoras.
Whoa.
Look at this hero hammer. Your only troop is your banner rider, and you got Helm, Haleth,
Nice.
Hama, Hera, Olwen, Leaf. You got the whole fam, and it's exactly 699 points.
That's actually really nice for $6.99. Like it feels like the point that the point values coming out to there feels pretty good.
Yeah. I think this will do decently. I don't think it's going to win an event or anything. Like, I've looked into obviously playing Army of Edoras as like Hero Hammer. And I think it does better than like how I play, which is like Helm and Haleth with troops on average. I think this can handle a lot more just because you have a lot of special rules. And then Leaf like doing crazy stuff like Helm rerolling once to wound for a turn or something like that. Or whatever he does. But if you can shut down Helm, like anyone can fight Haleth and then the rest of the list falls apart.
Yeah, it is interesting to see Hama take instead of Freylaf. I think there's a better way to build a hero hammer list for Army Edoras. And I think it's dropping Hama and probably Olwen for Freylaf and some Rowan Guard.
I guess because Freylaf gives Hera, they have some synergy there.
Hera gives a Master of Battle 4+, I think. But he's another fight 6. He's another fight 6 hero.
Yeah.
So when you run into elves, you're not having Hama, Hera, and Olwen all bouncing.
Yeah. And having Hama with his one bow, or I guess 2 bows in this list. Where's the second bow?
The Rider Rohan.
All right. So 2 bows, it's not probably really going to do too much for you. So that probably wouldn't be a bad change.
I really like the Hama model. I liked his character in the movie. I like his design. I cannot bring myself to fit him into a list for 90 points. He just does not feel like he does enough. If he gave rerolls to 1 every single turn within 3 inches, maybe there's a universe where I try it out. But right now he's got 3 will, and you got to spend a point of will, which, you probably want to save up for if you bosh a courage test or something. Like, I don't know. He feels overcosted.
You can swap Hama for 5 Royal Guard, and when they're near Helm charging, they get to be fight 5, just like him with 2 attacks.
Yeah.
I don't know. It feels like there's better options. He just doesn't do enough. They tried to do something neat with his profile, spending will to reroll ones, but it's not cool enough.
It doesn't do enough.
What do we think though about breaking point aspect? Because right here you have to kill 4 of the 7 heroes to break them. So does that come into play? Because Leaf probably is easily killable. Hama's probably pretty killable. Hera, maybe?
She's okay. She can take
But
some stuff.
Helm's good, Hal's good. Olwen does not die, from what I understand. I've never played with or against her, but just looking at the profile, feels like she's super survivable.
She's pretty tanky.
So trying to kill the 4 models, maybe that's kind of the angle here. Well, if you start adding more Royal Guard, you can kill them easier and break it.
Yeah, I get that line of thought, but it also just comes down to the pilot. I think you got to be like, if you're bringing 5 Royal Guard, your breakpoint's going up to 6 or 7, and it's if they're able to kill all your Royal Guard and banner, then while avoiding your heroes, then I think you've done something wrong, right?
Yeah, I think this will be interesting. I'd like to actually watch a few games of this being played out to see how it's piloted. And there was a couple other Army of Edoras lists. I didn't pick any more than that. I think a few of them brought Freylaf.
Yeah,
but were they all Hero Hammer, or were there like
most of them were Hero Hammer? most of them were hero hammer. There weren't very many. Like there's only like 3 or 4.
Talk about one of the most devastating charges, right? If you go up against a Fight 4 army, you have you have 5 characters in this list specifically that are getting free heroic combats that turn, and like they're all going off because they all have like 14 might in the list to back up. Like they're going to go off. Each of them are going to kill 4 models, and like, you know, it's the same as Riders of it plays like Riders of Thetan, right? The death turn. It's just you have Leaf. It's a little different to set up, and you have some well costed heroes for it, and yeah, I like it.
It'd be cool to see how this one plays out.
That was Common Steels. Next up, we have none other than Adam Berg on the team The Age of Men is Over. And if you watched the last episode, which you should go watch right now in the pop-up, you can see that he brought gas.
Gas.
I
saw a comment with gas, and I was like, what? It took me a minute to figure it out.
Yeah, he talked about, of course, playing Grand Army of the South, bringing Dalamir, 6 Corsair crossbows, and then 6 Corsairs of Umbar, Siladan, 2 Serpent Riders, and then some troops. Corsair Captain exchanged 2 and a weapon for a crossbow with 5 crossbowmen, and then Raza, 3 Serpent Guard, and some troops.
Really cool. Really cool.
This seems strong. This seems like it can get the job done. Hard to pilot, but yeah.
Yeah, I wish there was a legacy allowed so we could see the Betrayer in the list, but this is just so cool. 40 models. It's going to be really cool.
13
I like that Dalamir is the leader here, because one of Saladin's greatest weaknesses as a leader is he's just so easily killable.
Yeah.
Like his survivability is not great. But now he can play as a good support piece. Charge in when you want to charge. I really like Dalamir has got some good survivability as your leader as well. Great killing potential. Crossbows are good. Like strength 4 on a shooting attack is so nice. Then you get a captain with some more. And I'm a big Raza guy. I love the choosing hero to just like get a buff against when you get into combat, because you can really surprise people. So they're like, oh, just fight 4/3 attack. Bane of Kings. Fight 4. It's like, yeah, he's going to munch through troops, but any hero is probably going to smoke him. And it's like, but if you get your right hero lined up into him, now all of a sudden he's better. And I like this. I like this list a lot. 40 models is good. Good might. I like this look.
Yeah, this looks good.
Yeah, it's some of the coolest heroes in the game, right? Like Raza is super interesting, very unique, a very cool rule. Saladin, like talk about kind of a bit of a toolbox, like the 6-inch banner. He's a named hero that can bring March, 3 might points, like D5 on an armored horse, 3 attacks. Like he's got some stuff going on. And then Dalamir is one of the trickier ones for only 100 points. Like you get a super solid profile that a lot of people can underestimate with,
yeah,
Bane of Kings, having heroic defense on your leader, smoke bombs, throwing weapons, all the different things. Like backstabbers can't be trapped while he's standing. Very, very cool characters and very cool stuff. So it is a low defense army. I know when we had him on, he's been talking about how he's played a lot of this list, more so with the Betrayer, but it's going to be super cool to see how he does. A lot of D4, D3. So yeah, it's a cool list.
3 or 4 heroes having 3 attacks is nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
More
right, let's move on.
Feels good.
I feel like we've talked about this list a long time.
What was his team name? It was a cool one, wasn't it?
The Age of Men is Over.
Men is Over. Oh, yeah.
Speaking of The Age of Men is Over, we got another person, Mr. Jacob Lucas from Conquest Creations. And he brought the Black Gate. Look at that.
Look at that. Look at the text on that.
50 models. 3 bows and a
Cool.
throwing weapon, 7 might. So he's got a Troll Chieftain, a Morannon Orc with the banner, I guess, for the D5 on your banner.
Yeah.
6 Morannons with shield, 2 shield and spear, and then some Mordor Orcs. And he's got 2-handed weapons in all these warbands as well, which I really, really like. Just one. And he's got one Orc Bowman for good measure. And then, of course,
Honesty
the Mouth of
bows, man.
Sauron. Honesty Bow. He has 3, I guess. Mouth of Sauron with some more orcs, Moran and some Mordor orcs. It's so nice to bring Mordor orcs in this list now and be able to get up to a good model count. And then instead of the second Troll Chieftain, he's gone for a Shaman and then a Taskmaster, which I like the Taskmaster in this list. It's 7 might, which is, fine. But if you can get this up to like 9 or 10 might in a game, that is value.
Yeah, the shaman's nice if you come up against terror stuff, but if you're not playing terror stuff, I'd be a little worried about it just kind of not contributing as much because you do have a fearless Mordor Troll Chieftain as your leader for Standfast. I guess it gives you another pocket of Standfast, like auto passing.
Yeah.
Also, maybe chunk away at some fate or not fate, some will points on a hero with the shaman, and then get some guaranteed stuff through with the mouth. Maybe that's a thought process as well.
I think the shaman has to be channeling transfix one turn. Like that's gonna be the play. But yeah, no, I like it. 50 models is a lot, and getting to take regular orcs is really cool. I think one of the reasons for a Morannon banner is because when you pick up a banner, you drop all your war gear and take theirs, right? So if a regular orc picks it up, does it turn into a regular orc banner, or does it stay Morannon? That's a question that I don't have an answer to.
No, I think it would just be regular.
Then yeah,
because it's a different profile.
I'm not sure why he didn't just take a regular to save a point and pass it off to a Morannon when he dies.
I feel like I wouldn't mind paying an extra point for D5 on my banner.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm with you there.
Better against strength 2 shooting.
Yeah. All right. There's not a lot to say about this one, but it was interesting to see.
Yeah, I think this has got to be a popular list there, I think.
There was lots of Blackgate, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't take any more than this, but there was obviously lots of variants with captains and taskmasters or shamans and captains and double troll chieftain. There's a lot of those. So, all right. Next up, we have Jerry De Brouwer, and his team name was the Rotterdam White Scars, and he's playing Minas Morgul. I don't know why this one is so zoomed in. There we go. There was another list that was similar that came with a drum, but he got up to 46 models. There was also people who didn't bring the Wraith. They just hoarded out more on captains and taskmasters and shamans. That's about as varied as you can get with Minas Morgul. But he's got some Morannons in here. He's got some Spectres. 3 Spectres. I feel like any more than 3 Spectres in here throwing away points.
Yeah. I wonder, because he only took 2 Morannons, like one with shield and one with shield and spear. I wonder if he just had points to spare and that was his reason for it. Because the rest of them are all Mordor orcs.
Probably at the points to spare. It's exactly 700.
It's a good model count. Minas Morgul, I think we all know, is very good just because of the Blades of the Dead rule mainly, but a Witch King with a supporting caster is feels really good.
It is, it does feel good. Unless you can't pilot it like me, then you lose 2 games. It doesn't feel good. We don't have to talk about this too long, but I just wanted to bring it up.
Yeah, no, I think Minas Morgul has been a good list, and it will continue to be a good list. So.
Yeah. Let's move on to the next list, which is Matthew Iverson from An Unexpected Podcast, or at least the team, and he brought Hosts of Dragon Emperor. And there was only a few people who brought Hosts of Dragon Emperor. We still have not seen it that much. I don't think we've seen it at all. Oh, Ben Speak played it once in an event.
Yeah.
He got stuck in a river.
Got stuck in a river and I shot him to death. That was fun. right, Ben? We don't see it very much, but man, looking at this, like, it seems good.
Yeah, it's a lower model count, but it is a pretty elite army, right? And the 3 heroes are all really good. It's funny seeing Easterling bows, 3 of them. But yeah, otherwise, it's just a super solid list. And if you can pilot it, I think it has a place because there's some bubble effects in that. But I notice because I think you can only take black dragons with the Dragon Emperor. Can you take black dragons with Rutabi and Brogir? He just has regular Easterlings in there.
Yes.
I don't think you can take them. Yeah. Oh, you can?
I think you can with Rutabi.
Maybe with Rutabi.
I don't know. Anyway, but he's got, a bit of fight 5 potential with them, but otherwise it's just I don't know. It's hard for me to get excited about Easterlings because it's a shield wall and it's got a drum behind it to make it move faster, and then it gets somewhere and it just wears you down. Like I don't know.
You cannot take black dragons with Rutabi.
Okay. Yeah, it's just I don't know what I'm trying to say. I'm not trying to call it a boring way to play, but it doesn't excite me because where's the trick or variety in the list, right?
Yeah.
Dude, the trick is you have you hand them your list and it's 5 pages of just rules for the Dragon Emperor. That's the trick.
Brogir has the tremors, which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Brogir can do some cool stuff.
Rutabi's very good. She's very good.
Yeah.
It's a very good list. It's got good value to it. Everything's solid. That's, I think, the big gist of the list. It
seems solid, yeah. Low model count, but like you're winning a lot of fights and you're killing stuff.
And 3 honesty bows. Love it.
3 honesty bows. All right. Let's move on to another friend of the pod, Mountain Goat Gaming's own Alex Colsante, and his team name is Oz and Co. AUS and Co. because he's from Australia.
Before we say this, because how cool is it we've had people on our podcast that are like we've been able to go international and have some guests like this. It's cool to like have a way of knowing like people and then like getting to see them go and do stuff.
It is cool, yeah. Stuff that we're not doing, but could be.
One day.
This is Alex's list. He brought Reclamation. Look at that. He brought Reclamation. Did you ever think about that?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a nice list.
It's solid. And he's got Madrill in there.
I've said it before, I'll say it again. I like a Minister with Captain instead of Madrill, but I get it. I can understand it.
Wanted some bows. He's got 7 bows in there. I guess he thought that was better.
Yeah.
And he's got some Osgiliath vets with spears, which is really cool. Just the spears.
Yeah. I like it. I think we've talked about Reclamation a lot in just, it's such a good, well-rounded list. Boromir is so good. Faramir makes Boromir better, and Faramir's good. Like, it's just such a well-rounded list. I like the Osgiliath veteran. They're awesome.
It's a list I'm surprised we don't see more around here. Because it's so good, but we don't see many people playing it.
Before they dropped the extra books, we did only see Reclamation.
Yeah.
It was true. Like, this was the list people played to be competitive. And then when more variety came out, you started seeing people spread off. But the Madrill is probably good here because it's a long tournament. The odds of you getting maybe a couple Maelstroms.
Yeah.
And that could definitely help you. If it's like a 4-game tournament, I think I'd side with Will on the captain. But it's so many games that it's good to have that extra bit of coverage on the Maelstrom.
Yeah, that's a good take. I can see that.
Especially if you're going to just have a captain with only, say, 3 more warriors or something with shield, and you get a bad Maelstrom drop, those guys can get pounced on so quick.
Yeah, a bad Maelstrom can just auto lose you the game.
So this
Even Boromir's Warband
definitely
getting
covers
caught out
that.
or something like that.
Yeah. This gives you a little bit of reliability there. I like this decision for this event.
Yeah, it's good. Let's look at another Aussie list. Jamie Wiggins. And he's brought Kingdom of Khazad-dûm, and I don't know how to feel about this list. What do you guys notice about this list?
Whoa, where's the Hearthguard?
Where's any Khazad guard?
I immediately like this guy. Immediately. It's a wonderful list. It's so simple, so exquisite. Yeah.
Is it because it's bad? Surely it's not bad.
I don't think it's bad. It's not bad. Iron Guard, I think, are underrated in Kingdom of Khazad-dûm. I mean, going
How do
with
you not
10
bring...
of them, 10 of them is a little wild. I'm guessing this was just to try to prove a point that you don't need Khazad-guard to win is my only thing, but he's gone all in on the dominant too with the double dwarf captain.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, he brought a banner as well, which I like. I know people say the army bonus is enough, but I personally like it. So.
Well, when you have 10 Iron Guard, maybe you do bring the banner.
Well, yeah, exactly, right?
Because you reroll both of those dice. Yeah, this one stuck out. Like, I feel like I get it proving a point, but even like bringing 6 Khazad guard, like surely.
But like he's almost maxed out his throwing weapons. Like he's got 12 bows and 10 throwing weapons. Like I think people will underestimate the damage he's going to do before Lions Clash. And then once Lions Clash, he's still D6 plus on everything. Oh, not the Rangers, sorry. But everything that's going to be in there digging, it's going to be like D6, D7. It'll be, yeah, I think it's really interesting.
Yeah, this was an interesting one. And yeah, like you said, lots of Dom 2. Like 38 models, but like almost all of these guys, or like half the list, count as Dom 2.
Yeah, I think it's just the Iron Guard that aren't. Right?
Yeah, the Iron Guard and Durin.
I should say, is a list
Dom
with
3.
Khazad Guard better? Yeah, probably. But
I think, yeah.
I think there's a chance that there is another way to play the list, and maybe he could show us that.
I like this on the point of it's not the same thing you'd expect to see all the time. He's playing a different variation, and too often I think people get caught up in, oh, well, this is obviously the correct way to play it. This is how everyone should play it. This is giving a different look, and I like that.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I've heard
like
the
name
dwarf
before
captains.
too.
Sorry?
I've heard the name before. You said Jamie Wiggins?
Yeah.
I feel like I thought he's from the UK, but I definitely heard the name before. So I hope he does well with this list.
Well, it's Oz and Co, so maybe he is from the UK.
Maybe he's Co.
Maybe, yeah, he's part of the Co. But yeah, this one was interesting. I do think it's still good. Like, that's the thing with Khazad-dûm is that you can build it suboptimally, and there's so many rules that it just is still going to perform. Like, if you don't even bring the Khazad Guard. Obviously, I would probably drop some Iron Guard for some Khazad Guard, personally. And the 2 captains, interesting. We'll see. Hopefully, he gets a lot of objective scenarios. Let's move on to Pat Matriga. This is another one, same team. And he is playing Moria. And Will, this one's for you, because we just talked about Moria. But 44 models. He's got Druzag as the leader, so no Durbers.
Okay.
Then he's got a captain and a shaman and 2 cave drakes. 44 models.
Only one
all goblin.
All standard Moria goblin warriors. 7 bows somehow.
You always gotta have the honesty bows.
Well, with goblins, I don't know. And 1 bat swarm and 3 fell wargs, just for good measure.
I like the fell wargs for being able to have some mobility. I would have liked to, I think, seen a second bat swarm, but would that have cut into his numbers? Because 44 models, you're already fairly low, so you lose a bunch more if you add the second. So yeah, maybe this does feel right.
Yeah, bats are expensive, but
you drop your 7 bows and you could get another bat.
Well, yeah, or 3 fell wargs and 2 goblins, and you gain a bat, puts you at 40 models. 40 models with double bat swarm, and that's 2 really mobile units.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
suppose so. I like the fell works though for end of game capping objectives.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
you know what they
Reconnoiter and
also have?
stuff. They're nice pressure too.
Fell sight.
Yeah, they
So
have
you
fell
don't need
sight.
line of sight to charge. You can do really good positioning to get around, keep them safe, and then charge something. Maybe get some good traps off. I like the fell wargs here.
Yeah. Yeah, I would have liked to see a second bat swarm. It's definitely not necessary, especially if
It's
he's
good redundancy. It's all.
a better player than
It's
us.
always good redundancy.
But yeah, if you're keeping your Baz form protected and behind like your Cave Drake and you just hop it over top afterwards, like you can get away with it. Just if it gets shot out, it's not even necessary. You just enrage beast the Cave Drake and it's fight 9, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's one of those
But
things.
you can only enrage one beast a turn.
Yeah, the one engaged with their leader.
Yeah.
No, actually, I think not taking Durbers was the right call here because it would be another 6 goblins down to upgrade a captain to Durbers, I think. So yeah, Druzeg as a leader, I mean, he still has heroic defense. And Rage Beast is an insane spell. Bestial Fury. If you need to get the Bat Swarm in to something that causes terror, maybe you cast it, but yeah. I think it's cool. Double Cave Drake is very, very cool. Just to see on the table too.
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
cool.
I like the list.
I like the list too. I like to play it. Man, Druzeg with limited will though is just like so scary. It's like, what if you roll Snake Eyes on your Enraged Beast cast, and then it's
I think
just
you toss one will a turn at it, and I mean your Cave Drake's not going to get one shot unless like what's going to one shot a Cave Drake, right? D7 with 6 wounds.
Yeah, not that much.
King of the Dead.
So if you miss, okay, if you miss one turn, like you can cast it the next. You roll a 2 on the cast, you bump it up to a 3. It's nice that it's not able to be resisted, right? So you don't need to channel it for the 6. You can spend the might point to get the 2 to a 3. I don't know.
All right, that's cool. We've talked a lot about Moria already with Adam Bird, I think, as well. Let's move on. And
more on Monday too.
More on Monday. Yeah, more on Monday. This is from Robin Tronk, and he's on the Rotterdam White Scars team number 2. And he's playing, here we go, Defenders of the Pelennors for you, Zach. Look at this. This is a Zach list.
That's a good model count off the bat.
This looks fun.
You know what? I'm in. This is definitely a way I would build this list. Imrahil mounted with 2 knights also mounted, so you could get, like, when you're getting the charge off, those guys are obviously sticking with him, and getting that fight bonus is going to be huge. The Axeman as your spear support, and then if you get flanked, you can always 2-handed weapon if you want. Really good. We love Forlong the Fat in this pod. He's awesome.
Anyone
can't
fat.
go wrong.
We love anyone fat.
Yes, that is so true. Just the rulings for fat people in this game are ridiculous to me, and I love it. Going Warriors of Minas Tirith, I think is pretty good because they're just great value. More Axemen supporting is good because they also then get the buff from Forlong. The one Clansman, I think, is, I guess, just for points. Because another Axeman would have been 701, so that makes sense. And 13 bows with doing here, so you can actually make the most out of his bonuses. I like this list. I like the 3 hero choices. I'm game.
I think Dune here is actually almost an auto include in some of these. Like I had him played against me once. I was playing Rohan, to be fair, but his rule where it's like, what's his rule? Like reroll 1 state or something like that when you call an accuracy. Yeah. It was so devastating. He's like, okay, 3 1s, pick those up, roll them again, hitting on 3s. Like, man, brutal. It's so accurate.
I had some really great success with doing here, and with this like his rule of calling their accuracies and stuff. I was not even the accuracy. Heroic shoot, I think, is something with the ability. Now I'm
Yeah,
forgetting
whatever one it
exactly,
is.
but I had a Return of the King charging at me, so a bunch of ghosts. It's like, oh, my bows are gonna do nothing, and I think I killed like 3 or 4 ghosts in the first turn of shooting, and then maybe another 1 or 2 in the second. And then we engaged lines, and it was like, oh, that's all I needed. Like, just your low model count already, and I just shredded off a couple extra guys. But my other favorite rule with doing here, and it's so unreliable because it's strength 2 bow, maybe give him a strength 3 bow in an update. That would be really cool.
Okay, calm down.
Named heroes that shoot that don't have a strength 3 bow, I think is kind of crazy. I think they should, just because their heroes make their shooting actually good, besides just the shoot value. But the D3 wounds against a monster can be absolutely devastating.
Yeah.
I once one shot a fell beast with doing here, and when I rolled my D3, I got the 3 wounds, and it was just like watching the Witch King plummet down was so satisfying. It's like,
Yeah, that would be brutal.
It's not always going to happen because it's strength 2 bow. You really got to go in on it, but it feels good. And in a monster, maybe less monster heavy with Gua here not being as prevalent in the Men of the West list now, that could be a really cheeky way to do a bunch of wounds to some eagles.
Yeah, or Troll Chieftain or whoever you're fighting. Balrogs. Yeah, this one's cool. I like this list.
The only thing actually, I guess because the Warriors are mysterious, I was going to say, with the way he's built it, why not just play fiefdoms?
Yeah, it's the Warriors of Minas Tirith in there.
I guess the 5 Warriors of Minas Tirith is, but you could probably switch that out. Like, doing here
drop
is
the
not,
clansman and take all Knights of Dol Amroth for the 5 points extra.
yeah.
Or no,
like
it's 10 points extra because it's 11 and 9, right?
Yeah.
There's
So,
a way you could do it.
I think you could. Like, doing here's not probably going to get the most out of Hero Combat. For long with his 2 attacks is a little. Wait,
It's
no,
fine.
3
Get some
attacks.
troops. Kill some troops.
It's
Forlong's got 2 attacks.
Yeah,
I was
so it's like-
surprised to hear you both like zero in on doing here as a great choice. That was
Yeah,
like the first thing I saw that I was like, I felt if it was me, I would change that.
So
Yeah.
the way I say with doing here is when I look at fiefdoms, he's realistically the first hero I'm adding, besides
I
Immerhill.
can understand that. Yeah.
And I think that's where I kind of look at it as like, this to me looks like playing a fiefdoms list minus those 5 warriors. And if this was fiefdoms, I think I really, really like it. Defenders, like, I still like the list, but it doesn't capitalize on the army bonus as much. But the Warriors and Minas Tirith are good, but you only got 5 of them. So I think you change the army list here, and I'm all in.
All right, well, good news, Zach. I got another defenders list for you here coming up. So that was from Robin Pronk of the Rotterdam White Scars Team 2. Good job. This one is, I'm curious what ethnicity this name is. Crispin Farbrother. I assume English. And he's playing defenders as well. And check out this. Look at this. This is what we were talking about. And someone said you were dum-dum. This one is the list.
This is literally the list.
Someone said you were a dum-dum. And look at that. Someone brought to Ardacon.
Man, that's awesome. Also, 2 defenders list and 2 Immerhills. Is Immerhill back? That 20-point drop, is he back? Is he in?
He's back. We're so back.
We're so back. Man, I want to follow this list and see how it does, because I've tested this list and I think the idea is there.
It's a lot of combats.
2 Rangers. The idea is so good. Pulling it off, I hope
Not
you
so
have
easy.
success, man. This Crispin, good luck, man. I want to see this have success. I think it's too big brain for me to pull off, but I love the idea. I think there is a lot of play here, and this was supposed to be someone submitted it as a shameless for me to play, and I was like, no, this is actually just really good. This is not shameful.
So this is what? So this is 5 free heroic combats plus the 2 points of might from the Rangers that you're realistically trying to use for heroic combats too, right?
Or a heroic move. I really like the heroic move with them because then you're saving your other
or a move
3 might on your big heroes to do other things, like more heroic combats from them. I like this. I'm so in.
I think you got to play it a certain way. I see Will being tentative to answer. I feel like you got to play it a certain way. You got to take out as many troops and combat into as many troops as possible, and just leave the big stuff. And then you throw everything in with Imrahil and take it out. But I think you avoid their heroes for as long as possible. They're big heroes, so you kill captains and stuff. And then once they have no troops left, you play the scenario, or you take everything in on their whoever, their big thing, their LSR, their monster, whatever, and you strike with Imrahil from Fight 7.
I love this.
It seems cool.
The idea is so cool. Okay, Will, tear it apart.
No, it is such a cool idea, and I think it can work. It's tough to pull off.
Yes.
You played it once with me, and I realized how easy it is to just if you lose your Rangers of the North without getting anything out of them, that's a lot of points to go down, and they're easy to take down. Even these ones, I dropped the armor off of both of them and get another Warrior Minas Tirith for Ingold with a shield and spear. D5 isn't going to save them, right? If they're getting caught, they're dying, right? But yeah, I think it should work. There should be so much going on with this, but I also think it's very easy to play into because you have a lot of soft targets. Even Halbrad being D5 becomes a soft target if you can get into them, right? It needs to be played in a very cagey way.
Yeah.
I think there's certain lists, like horde lists. I think this is tough because it's so easy to swamp everyone and just be able to peel people off from how you want the perfect setups. And that's this list is like chasing the dragon. I think that's what it is. You're chasing after the perfect setups where you're just going to be like, I am chain combating nonstop and I'm going to kill everything. But as soon as you start losing your guys without getting the value,
it falls apart.
I mean, obviously that's any list really, but this one feels especially so.
Yeah.
But the Ingold to hold the line, really good. I agree with Will. Knock off the armor. That 1 point isn't going to change anything. Get the extra warrior.
They should just be D5 for free.
Yeah. There's so many things the Rangers just should be that they're not.
Dude, why are we so obsessed with Rangers of the North? We talk about them all the time.
They're the best.
They should be so much better.
They're so cool. And they're just so back.
Yeah.
Straight 3 bows.
Or
Maybe
at least
just
long
base
bows.
2 attacks. Base 2 attacks. They're the same points value as a werewolf that's got base 2 attacks. And you're just one strike, 1 attack, 1 wound. Get rid of his will and even his fate.
Just give him the 1 might.
It's such a cost that you dodge a roll, it's over.
Just make him GW. Just make him 2 wounds, 2 attack, 1 might. Call it a day.
Strength 3 bow.
Wow, let's not get greedy.
Think about a Ranger of the North in this list. The problem in this list is a Ranger of the North that gets caught against a 1 Moran and Orc with a spear support is going to die.
Yes.
And die it just that's how risky it is, right? And so the way you have to play it is total backlining. I agree with Zach, call the moves, and just you're gonna go in and launch Imrahil with a free roll combat, and then just feed them to the wolves. They aren't worth anything after that.
Oh yeah, but it's just they should have more for what their cost is in comparison. But obviously they're putting a lot of stock in the 1 might, 1 will, 1 fate. They're a hero, okay, but minus the 1 might, the will is so irrelevant on them. Who's even casting a spell on a Ranger of the North? Like, why would you bother?
Okay, I'm moving us on from Range of the North because we could be here all day talking about it.
Good choice. Good choice.
Minisode coming up where we just rant about Rangers of the North.
I feel like we've already had a few of those.
We've already done that, man.
That was, of course, from Crispin Farbrother, and his team name was Failship of the Ring. And here's this. That's a good one.
Yes, that's so good. Crispin, buy yourself 2 beers.
Wow, getting generous. This is his teammate, Grant Brothwick, also playing Defenders.
What was the rules for teams? Was it just you can't take the same named hero throughout? Or
I believe so, yeah. Because the people who brought Durin, the other person would bring King. That's how I think that works. But yeah, look at this. The more you look at it, the weirder it gets.
So annoying. How much we see Hourglass is just so annoying, man. Baragon is a bad take, in my opinion. Drop him and Pippin for another captain and some more warriors.
But this is so themed,
You know what?
though.
I don't hate the Baragon Pippin. I think Irolas as your leader is tough.
It's okay.
And you're only getting 40 models?
40 models.
Like, you're thinking if you're going this way, you're gonna be just trying to max out on models. But the two siege weapons.
Siege weapons. You're just praying for a hit on there. What I found with siege weapons is that it basically always scatters. You basically never get a direct hit, really.
Yeah.
Well, yes and no. If you roll a 5 on it, you can mate it up with the siege veteran and stuff. Like there's a chance for direct hits. The thing I don't like about the trebuchet is it's like immobile. You can't even pivot it. So you set it up at the beginning of the game, and it's like kind of easily avoidable unless it's hold ground and you have to be in the middle of the board. There is it's avoidable for 100 points, which is a lot.
Yeah, I think you'd have to think about it. Like, if you set it up in a place where the guys can run off at the end of the game and score, or like in domination or something like that, or you drop it on top of an objective.
Well, it has to be deployed within 6 inches of a board edge.
Right, but then you could just put a... Anyway, there's ways to mitigate it, but yeah, I agree with what you're saying. Yeah. It is avoidable for 100 points. And then the bolt throw obviously is really good.
I realized I would change just about so many things on this list. Like Baragon and Pippin, let's switch them to a Knight of the White Tower for some Fight 6. A striker.
Is that not Legacied?
Yeah.
Oh, is Knight of the White Tower Legacy?
I think so, yeah. Is that maybe also why this has gone that route? Because of Legacy limiting certain choices?
No, I bet I can find a better 65 point hero. Or actually, give me up to 95 points. Swap Baragon and Pippin for. How do you turn Legacy off? Okay. It's a 1 button.
Would it be you could drop the trebuchet for a second bolt thrower and I know I was I said Baragon's better. Not better, but I like Baragon with Pippin. Then you drop Pippin and then upgrade Baragon to so you have 20 points and 30, so you've got 50 points, so you could get 110 point hero.
Well, you could go Ingold, which is only 70, so it's almost a straight swap, and you get more troops. You could go, because we want it to be someone from Minas Tirith to lead Minas Tirith hero.
You can't go Ingold because his teammate has Ingold in the other list.
Oh, fair. Maybe there is a reason why he did this. Angbor. I like Angbor, but I know you don't.
No, Angbor's bad.
Forlong, was that in the other list too?
But
Forlong was a different team.
Yeah.
Yeah, Forlong.
So you could bring Forlong.
I think I'd like...
What about Hurin? Can we just get Hurin in there? Is Hurin the better choice? You could get Hurin mounted for 100?
Would Hurin then be... Is he the same...
Hurin becomes the leader because he's Hero of Valor.
Yeah, so that doesn't really gain because you want Hurin to be your secondary hero because then his rules proc off of the leader being a Gondor leader. So if it was possible that Hurin could be the second and Aralas was still the leader, that would be how I'd like it. But obviously he would be your leader, so I don't know if that would be the way. This is just a strange list. I'm having a hard time comprehending it.
I
But
think he's just gambling on
hey,
the
Will, you got
siege
a
weapons.
captain of Ministerieth here.
Yeah, and you could switch Baragon and Pippin for a Captain of Dol Amroth mounted with Lance.
Yeah, but
I don't know.
he's not
I
getting the
personally
bonus without
don't.
Emerhill. If you're not,
I don't enjoy Baragon and Pippin in this list, but the theme of it is spot on.
theme of it's
Super
really good.
themed.
Amazing, spot on.
It's like in a top the wall without Gandalf. That's what this
Yeah.
list is.
Yeah, literally.
This is a top the wall without Gandalf.
40 models though with 2 siege weapons. Like
It is 5, 6 free hero combats because the siege veterans can call as well,
Yeah,
Yeah.
6.
and
But
Pippin's in there.
none of them are like going to be really good heroic combats.
No, I think you're capped
Like-
at fight 5 in this list. Like no strike on Baragon or Irolas, I think. So
The best thing is Irolas hands out the killing potential to the Citadel Guard. So like his heroic combats, as long as he's got them in with him, that I think would have a bit more killing ability. And then Baragon, what's it? He rerolls ones or something near Pippin.
yeah,
So
yeah.
if he, as long as they're
Or rerolls
close,
all
but
failed wounds.
yeah, something like that. It's an interesting. You're gambling on the trebuchet, just shredding stuff, and the bolt thrower shooting.
yeah, it's a gamble list. I think I think it's clear what it's doing. He's there to have some fun. He's there to gamble on
Yeah.
some siege weapons. Let's move on. We've talked about this for
Okay.
a million hours now.
Yeah.
Zach's come alive with Defenders of the Pelennor. All of a sudden, he's spouting
The-
out some takes.
It's just such a
It's a
fun,
fun
list
list.
to build. It's
It's a cool
such a
list.
fun list, and you have such variety in what you could do. You know what? If this is successful, I'd love to see it. I'm not seeing it in my
I
head
don't-
right now.
No, I think
I
it's
think it's
a
gonna. There's a
50-50.
lot of stuff it'll struggle with.
3 and 4.
A lot
I'm
of
gonna call it 3 and
scenarios
4
it'll
list.
struggle with.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. 3 and 4, maybe even 2 and 5.
Yeah.
Some
Alright, so-
game is Trebuchet will kill something.
Yeah. If you take out the LSR or the whoever, the Durin in one turn, right? Like, yeah, sure, this list can do good,
Yeah.
but it's unlikely. Anyway, we're
It's
moving on.
tough.
That was some defenders. We've talked about defenders, and Zach, you like defenders, and that was 3 different ways you can kind of build it. I thought that was interesting to see.
And
but
minus
now,
just one little take there on 3 different ways to build it, and minus the one way that, well, I guess 2 ways that I've sort of talked about before, but our mini-sode episode on different ways to build defenders, there's so many ways to build this list. You can go check
There's
out
a
that
lot.
episode.
that is, should pop up right now if I'm on point. We edit this. Okay, let's move on. We're going to talk about Jason Oliver's. This is for you, Will. I got some Rivendell lists. Team name Coney's Kinfolk. Let's take a look at this.
Captain leader.
Look at that.
I like it already.
Look at that. Look at this list. Is this not a cool list?
Yeah, 29 models is rough, man. That's tough. That's tough.
You
A lot
got
of that.
8 Rivendell Knights and a mounted captain.
Yeah, but the captain's
your leader.
That's a tough leader to have. I would have preferred one of the twins, the one that has defense, to be the leader.
He's too busy. He's too busy
Bilbo.
hanging out with Bilbo. Fully kitted
you-
Bilbo.
You put I forget which is which, but one of them has strength and strike, the other has strike and defense, right? So you make the defense leader, you put the strength one with Bilbo, you can walk up to stuff, heroic strength with the ring and next to you. Man, you could chop some stuff in this. I love the twins, man. What a cool list.
Isn't this cool?
It's nice to see that much Cav in the list, like getting the
Yeah,
Rivendell
It's
Knights
a
out.
lot
That's
of
cool.
Cav.
That's really cool.
I think
Yeah.
you can do a lot of damage on your first turn of charging. Hopefully you win the move
Even-
off after that, but
Even shooting, like you can kite with this pretty well. The twins or whatever, but and a captain and 8 knights going around the side or hitting them on the back, yeah. 7 might is tough. It's not a ton. Yeah, I like it because there's the twins. I personally find Bilbo difficult to use, just with the
Because how does he
4-inch
keep
move
up?
and stuff. Um, but yeah, it's a cool list. It's a list I've never seen it built this way, so it is really cool to see.
Me neither. I like the Bilbo. I like the Bilbo. I know he's hard to use for sure, but I wanted to pull this out. Plus the Cav, just like, it's cool. It's clear what it's trying to do, but it's still like hard to play. I feel this would be hard to play. It's not easy. But also, it would be kind of hard to play into unless you have a horde and you just surround everything.
Yeah. Because
I
you
just
get
see leader VPs being lost a lot here. Like even on horse, you can't get away from stuff forever. You know what I mean?
but he still fights 6.
Yeah, but
Like
your
that's
Aragorns and your Boromirs and your Gullivars and your like think of
yeah.
all this. Like there's a ton of that. Like Durin, the fight Durin might not catch him, but um, yeah, it's. I could just see like it's not going to happen every game. Like a Rivendell Capt is still quite good, but there are going to be games where your opponent usually has something that's fight 6 or fight 7 in their list as well.
I think you run them around the back of the line and you just shoot their spears out and stuff like that. Go and shoot their casters, shoot their support heroes.
It's not a huge battle line though to like hold up because you're only eight wide, eight or 9 wide with the twins.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
not
a
a
cool
lot of
list.
rook.
I have a lot of respect for taking this.
Yeah. If you had some combats, I can see it happening, but yeah,
That's very
Like
interesting.
if you think about all those knights, you could literally split them each of them in half and take 2 elves so instead of 8 knights, you could have 16 elves, which puts you at like a 37 model count.
then you don't have knights.
No, you keep 1 or 2 and you go to like 35 or something like that, 33 or 35. But yeah, 29 feels a little scary, but cool. It's a cool list.
Cool list. Good job, Jason Oliver. Let's look at another one. This one is Matt Hudson, and his team name, probably the best one, I think, is It Comes in Pints.
Right.
Classic.
Here's a list right out of Will's Tabletop Admiral.
This is the one we should have started with. This is he even fit Bilbo in, which is nice. But like, see, 36 models. That's and then you have Arwen as your mobility if you need to get somewhere, and she's got what 1 knight with her.
Yeah.
Oh, there's 2 more knights in Elodin's.
Probably would put those
Warband as well.
together.
I like them spread out. I like having them spread out because then it gives the twins somebody to pair up for hurl combats if you want.
Hmm.
If you get the opportunity, the knockdown and the lance bonus to help it go off.
I like the Bilbo.
Like the Bilbo
I wish I was
too.
better at this game. I don't think I'm good enough to play Bilbo, but it's sweet having an old ring rules, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's not a lot to
Right.
talk about with this one, but
That's just a better list than the last one.
Actually, you know what? I think I know why Bilbo's there. Probably Warband space, right? He's maxed in Eladin's.
full.
Elro has 1, and he has a couple in Arwen. But if you drop Bilbo, I don't know if you could fit 5 more elves. Maybe you could. Maybe you could.
No, man, I think the people are bringing Bilbo on purpose.
No, I think so
Yeah.
too. But I was just thinking greedily for myself if I was playing this. If
Yeah,
I was
because
at Ardacon
you would
playing
be able
this.
you'd be, if you drop Bilbo, you would be able to add some more warriors, and if you could max out, you could add a couple warriors and probably another knight.
Yeah, true. You could just take more knights. I don't know.
So you
What's-
could easily still build it there. Bilbo was intentional for sure.
Bilbo gives you the chance against every big thing in this. Like Bilbo and a twin wins, right? Like
Yeah. Last one. This is from Rich Ancliffe. He's playing Rivendell as well.
Yeah. I've heard him talk about this list before. He's on a Hobbits podcast. It's
Bilbo.
it's nasty.
Another Bilbo.
Nasty.
Bilbo's. Maybe we're missing something out here with the Bilbo, but clearly this is the way to go. Rivendell is
No,
people
we
are.
should say we should say Bilbo is very good.
Yeah.
I just don't think, I'll say it, I don't think any of us are good enough to play him well.
4-inch move is tough to pilot.
Yeah.
But this is just Mega Wrath, right? You got Elrond with free will from Lindir turn. You got Arwen. You got Bilbo with the ring for any sneaky plays you need to do. A couple knights in there. I like how he built his warbands, where he just stacked the shield wall with Elrond, and then it's up to like Arwen and Lindir to find their way over to him in a way.
Yeah.
I think even like a Maelstrom, if Arwen has a bad roll, her and the knights can at least run away, and maybe you lose the 4 elves or something, or get caught out, right? But at least you got Elrond with the majority.
Yeah,
I
this
like-
seems good too.
This does feel good.
7 might, like it's low might, but yeah, there's a way to play this. I think is good, and Rich is a good player too, so be interesting to see what how he does with it.
Yeah, for sure. And that's it. That's the end of the list I had for you guys. How was that? Was that fun? Did we enjoy that?
That was fun.
I loved
That was
seeing a
fun.
lot of variety in lists. And and there's hundreds of other lists that we obviously don't talk. We probably missed some really good ones out there.
I didn't look through every one, but probably, but I think we got some of the good ones, some of the funny ones too. Battle of Bywater.
I hate to play it.
Yeah.
Hate to paint
Sauron
it.
the Catapult. Yeah, that too.
Yeah, I will share. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Well, here we go. No.
No, I was just saying it's very interesting to see. So some of this has changed as people have rolled in. I think it said that there was, where was it? 231 players. So 224 lists out of 231 players have submitted lists. So this is pretty well everybody for this weekend. But the most seen factions, Army of the White Hand, not very surprising. Khazad-dûm, not as surprising either, but still kind of, I didn't expect it to be all the way up here. But Rivendell being tied for first place.
Yeah.
I don't know if we're missing something.
I think because if you look at Khazad-dûm and Rivendell, you got good fight value, you got really good troops, and you got really good heroes. They're just well-rounded lists that can do a lot. They can play into a lot of things. There's no like bad matchups for them. I think that's probably a big reason why you get those showing up so much.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's just not like, oh, this is a auto loss matchup. You can play every scenario, you can play every list, and you have a chance to win. It's reliable.
Yeah. No, I also found it interesting that average model count was 33. I think if we do like the general rule of 5 models per 100 points, it's supposed to be 35. So pretty bang on there, even out of like 230 lists. But we do see still a lot of Minas Morgul, Men of the West, Reclamation, Beornings made a good showing. Black Gate at, I think that's 9. Battle of Fornos is up there, which is cool to see. Lothlorien, Host of the Dragon, actually one of the more popular lists with 6 players. Usurpers, I'm sure there's still Crebain kicking around. The thing I did notice, Karn Doom only having 1 player, and I believe that 1 player is Dave Farmer. So that's going to be very interesting to see.
That's interesting. I'm really surprised because I know we talked about it with Adam Bird. I think this list is A tier. Like, not S, but I think it's A tier. I think it is up there. It's very powerful because you can actually get your Fight 7 stuff in that list for the price of Fight 6.
Yeah.
So David Farmer, a notoriously strong player, a winning competitor, is probably going to bring a competitive list to Ardacon. So that probably checks out.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see some of the other one-offs. Like there is only one atop the wall, which I found interesting. One Azog's Hunters. I didn't actually look at the list, so I'm curious Brooders Horde, I don't think builds well at 700, but we do have someone playing it. We got Corsair Fleets, one
One could, yeah.
Kirthungel, a Garrison, which we looked at.
Legions
Yeah.
of Mordor player.
Is it only
Ooh.
one Grand Army of the South? Is Adam Bird the only person playing Grand Army?
Seems like it
I
so
guess-
far.
That's surprising for a soup list. Like, I thought Grand Army was quite good.
I think I would like to have
there's-
seen that Legions of Mordor list. How would they have gone about building that?
I think it was the Witch King and Shagrat, if I recall, with Mordor
So
Uruk.
banking on your heroes, just killing their heroes.
If I
basically,
recall.
Yeah, Grief of Aemir. I mean, and it's interesting to see like the ones that only got picked once compared to others. I wonder if there was a way it would be cool to see what army lists aren't at the event, because we do have quite the spread of
Yes,
armies.
Just thinking the same thing. Like, was there something not brought? Because there was a Thorns Company, there was a White Council, so you got some of those hero lists. Is there any fellowship?
I don't think I saw a fellowship. I was just going to say that.
No breaking of the fellowship.
Oh, there is breaking of the fellowship.
Yeah, there's breaking.
I don't see it on. Oh yeah, right here, breaking of the fellowship. There's one.
Yeah. Yeah, it'd be
2
interesting to see
Resident
what's
Necromancer.
not there.
Anyway, I just thought that was interesting to see. I like the stats that it shows, and at the end of the event, it's even going to show like win rates for each faction. So like by the end of the event, there's going to be 77 games played by the Rivendell players, right? What's their win percentage going to look like? Like this is going to be a very cool tournament to be able to look back and see stats and different things.
Yeah, for sure.
Once again, just going off of our bias, but what a great site TTA is. Like, being able to give you all these stats is so cool.
Dude, and then you can go to actual stats. You can see faction win rates, tournament podiums. When you go, we don't need to do this now. This is another guy we should have on the podcast, to be honest, and go through all this. But like, yeah, to be able to look at win rates of everything. But
Fort Weizen, 59.6%, really.
Well, only 89 games compared to 1,700 by Men of the West.
Still,
right?
89 games is still a decent size.
To win over 50% of them.
Yeah, 60% nearly.
But you can even set points ranges. So if you only want to see games that were 500 to 750, like bam, Fields of Celebrant now is top in that range, right? Like yeah. Anyways, this is an Ardacon episode, not a TTA episode. We can go
do
back
that another day.
Yeah,
We can do a Will Stat episode one day with TTA. How about that?
not smart enough.
Yeah,
I'm not smart enough for that.
That's it, guys. That's all I had for you. We'll look at some list. I think we're rambling now.
Yeah, we definitely are. I'm trying to think of an Ardacon memory to finish this off with.
I got a few. I think we've talked about most of them, though.
Go out and socialize. It's a great time to meet new people. Enjoy some beverages. And if you don't enjoy beverages, enjoy alternate beverages. Hang out. Don't go to sleep. Just enjoy it. We are envious of everyone that is there. Have a great time. Like, it's such a good weekend.
Yeah, so fun. So fun to meet people from around the world playing Middle Earth.
Well, let's pay attention this weekend, because I got a feeling. Something's coming. Something's coming. Even just pay attention to the games. I know Gollum's game was just streaming, I think the Saturday and Sunday. So hopefully they got some cool games, some cool army lists on there. But yeah, let's just keep our eyes out. GW is associated with it, so you never know.
Yeah, I think we're getting new works. Not that I need any, but I think we're getting new works.
I think so too.
And good luck to all the players that are attending. Have fun.
Good luck. Better luck for each beer you buy yourself.
Yeah.
How else can we drag this episode out?
Let's not. Let's just end it.
Hey,
all right.
hey,
have
Andrew.
fun.
I got one more thing
paint
for
your
you there,
models.
Andrew.
Oh, okay.
Paint your models.
There we go.
Paint your models.
Paint your models.